Hello everyone, welcome to another DM's Montreal beer review. Today we're going to be reviewing Erdinger Weissbier Dunkel. Essentially it's a dark German wheat beer from Erdinger, Germany. And lately I've seen quite a few reviews on YouTube of the Erdinger standards of Weissbier, and I've heard mixed things about it. Some people like it, some people say there's not enough flavour to it. But I've read on the net that the Dunkel is supposed to be a step above the regular version of Erdinger. And having not tried any of the Erdinger beers at all, in fact this one's not sold in Montreal, at least currently. I brought this from Toronto last time I went. It's been a while, so but I'm sure it's going to be still kind of fresh enough, And last summer actually I was lucky enough, I was in Spain, and they actually carry a huge variety of German beers in Spain, and I've tried a few really nice Dunkel Weissbiers, namely Franziskaner, which is pretty much a really good example of style. So I'm going to try to remember how that tasted and compare it to this. So for the glass, I'm going to use the Gauche glass, which is, it looks like a weizen glass, so might as well go with this instead of anything else. So I'm not going to actually attempt that pouring method I used when I was doing Polana. I'm going to just go with the standards of tilting the glass and shaking it up in the end. So for the cap, it's kind of, the cap's really nice. So I'm going to use a wine opener to save the cap, like so. There you go. And let's get to the pouring. So yeah, I'm just gonna. This is quite a nice method. The one I use for Paulina, by the way, is not was not made by me. I saw many video versions of the same kind of pouring style on YouTube and other places on the net. So it's considered one of the original Bavarian ways of pouring the weizen. So it's not something I made up. Maybe it didn't quite work as it was supposed to, But yeah, here we're pretty much right on the right track, if you will. Nice foamy head. For the color, it's probably going to appear kind of opaque, stouty kind of color, but in reality it's a really dark brown color and cloudy. Obviously you can't see much through it, but it's not entirely opaque. I mean, it is opaque, but it's not entirely like dark or anything like that. Before I get to the smell test, I'm just gonna read the bottle. It has something to say. So, the world's most popular wheat beer, Erdinger Weissbier Dunkel, owes its full-bodied flavor to the fine hops and dark malts used in the brewing. This dark beer specialty is brewed based on an old recipe according to the Bavarian Purity Law of 1516. Like all Erdinger wheat beers, this dark variety also acquires its perfect balance from bottle fermentation. So obviously I've shaken the sediment up to get actually there's still something left in the bottle. And so we'll get to the smelling. Interesting enough, it smells, to me it smells more like a Belgian dark strong ale than a white and anything like that. But from the Weissbier, I guess from the scent of a typical Weissbier, you get the kind of banana notes and really malty caramel notes as well. Overall, it's a sweet taste, scent, and kind of smells like banana bread, if you know what I'm talking about. It's definitely different from a Weissbier. So let me do my authentic first sip. It definitely has a fuller body than just a standard weizen. It's more malty and caramelly than the typical weizen as well. Don't really taste the banana bread thing I've mentioned, but you do get notes of bananas, nice caramel sweetness, as well as there's enough hops. Obviously it's a wheat beer, so it's made with wheat, and you taste that just as well. For the carbonation, there's a good amount of carbonation. Don't really see it since it's so dark, but I definitely feel the carbonation when I drink this. As far as my memory goes with the Franciscana I tried last summer in Spain, it might have been a bit better than this, but nevertheless this is a good beer. So far I'm enjoying this. I'd say there's a bit too much carbonation actually. Actually I can see it right now. Yeah, it's coming from the side and it's, yeah. But yeah, it's a very sweet kind of flavor. And it definitely has a bit more body than a standard weizen. So I'm going to come back to this. I don't know right now. I don't even know what I'm going to give this as a grade. This is already a good beer. I can't really complain about anything other than the carbonation maybe. But yeah, I'm going to come back to this once I finish this and give you my final thoughts. And I'm back. I think I was clever enough not to grade this right away because I sort of caught up with the flavour as I was drinking this and started tasting more complexity to the flavour, notes of toffee, maybe raisins, as well as the banana notes which were there from the start. And I forgot to mention, Erdinger Dunkel Weissbier is actually 5.6% alcohol by volume, so it's just a tad stronger than your typical Weizen would tend to be. Which kind of affects the drinkability. I don't know if it's just this one. From what I've tried so far, the Dunkel Weissbiers, I guess the Franciscana I've tried. If it only were available in my area, I would drink this often probably, but it's not even in Ontario. So, which would be better than this, I guess. So for the grades, I don't know. I'm debating between 7.9 and 8. And I think I'm going to go with a 7.9 out of 10, just to not be too generous, you know. This is a good beer. I recommend this, obviously. The good things about it, which I haven't mentioned so far, are the head, which you can see there's still a nice kind of like 2mm head going on. You know, it didn't go away entirely. And there's enough complexity in this beer, certainly. And for those of you who've reviewed the standard Erdinger Hefeweizen, I recommend you try this if you can find this. This is, I predict this is going to be better. It's going to surprise you if you didn't like the original Erdinger, because quite frankly I can imagine how a bad kind of Weizen would taste like, but this is not a bad Dunkel Weizen, so you know, it's up to you, but it's just a recommendation. So to wrap this up, I'm going to give this a 7.9 after all. Once again, Erdinger Weissbier Dunkel. I don't know why they listed in this, you know, order. I would put Dunkel before Weissbier. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to be back shortly. I have another, you know, set of beers coming up. And cheers. Thanks for checking out.